What's happening, guys? It is 9:30 on Saturday morning. It feels like I've been up forever, but already totally worth it. I mean, just look at this backdrop. It is pretty stunning. Yeah, I already like Edinburgh. Big fan of the place already. Using the phone once again, I wasted the battery on the camera this morning in the most ridiculous way possible. So I was capturing shots, which you've already seen, the little montage clips, and I left the viewfinder open. I woke up at one point on the flight and my crotch was feeling a little bit warm. Thankfully nothing to worry about, but I was draining the battery rapidly. The power saving did not kick in, so the camera is dead to me today. Thankfully it didn't start a fire or any sort of incident, but yeah, we're resorting to plan B. So the plan for the day is to do a lot of touristy things. I'm going to wander around, just sample the sights, check out some of the monuments, cathedrals, museums, the castle of course, and maybe do a little bit of hill walking as well. And then later on tonight I'm just going to be learning my maths, and I'm going to be sleeving decks as well, because I did deck building at the very last minute, but everything's locked in, set in stone. In one of my last videos I mentioned about the convenience of things when a tournament is in Dublin. The benefit of it being abroad is that I can't go through my whole self-doubt and start changing things. The self-doubt is there, but the decks are locked in and there's not much I can do about it right now unless I go to some sort of game store and buy data packs or buy a core box. So I'm going to mosey around, hopefully show you some of the sites as well, and yeah, see how things go then. Wandering around Greyfriars. Aside from the guy on the phone, it was quite a somber experience. Now don't worry, that isn't my idea of fun, but I was drawn in because there's the story of Greyfriars Bobby, and anyone who's a Futurama fan will remember the episode of Jurassic Park, and it's actually a very similar story, and they were inseparable apparently. The guy passed away and the dog stayed by his grave for 14 years, which is just incredible. I thought there was a statue of the dog itself, but maybe I couldn't find it, maybe I'm just unobservant. Maybe Google Images will come to the rescue. But of course there's a pub as well, so that answers that question anyway. So, cemetery, pub. That's day one of Edinburgh done. Tomorrow will be much more sedate. Gonna get an early night because it's been quite a long day. I'm gonna watch some Kiv and Bjokan. They both have videos up from today, so that'll get me in the mindset for tomorrow. Sleeve up the decks, write out deck lists, and be ready for the morning. So. Good morning everyone. So I just arrived at the hotel and it turns out that there may not be a Netrunner tournament after all. People went out drinking last night and are in worse condition for it and are dropping like flies apparently. So there's talks that there might be a draft format if there aren't enough people for a tournament. I've never actually played draft, so we'll see how that goes. I've always been curious about it, but spring kit on the line. Would have liked to bring the decks that I've been practicing with, but what can you do? See what kind of janky fun I can build, or yeah. So yeah, apparently waiting 4 people in, so we're going to do a draft. I will possibly be able to record some footage. At least I will recap at the end of the day, tell you what kind of decks I was playing, and what kind of plays were made, all that kind of stuff. But hey, Netrunner is Netrunner, and hopefully it stands to me at some point in the future. Hey, what's going on guys? So, to recap, there was not enough players for Netrunner. In the end there ended up being 4 of us, so we made do with a draft system, draft tournament, which something I've never done before. Really interesting experience. It seems like a different beast into itself. Tests all facets of Netrunner. You have to be very good at deck building, you have to be very good at picking out like a pattern, what you want to do, deciding on it early, and then making the best of what you get and playing to your outs. My corp deck ended up dictated because of a misunderstanding basically. You get a load of priority requisitions at the start and a couple of economy cards as well, and it turns out you can keep them or you can draft in new agendas instead, just as long as you make up the number required. So I didn't quite get that part of the concept, left it way too late to draft agendas in, so I ended up with a load of 5-3s and a 6-4. You only play to 6 points anyway, so not ideal, not ideal. Only managed to grab 1 punitive on the way around as well. Had meant to grab the other, but it was taken away before I could get at it, which was a shame. But it's an interesting way to do things, very, very different, but would heartily recommend it. You know, at one point I'd put all the cards together, put them out on a table at one point, and I was like, what? What is this? What have I done? But yeah, managed to build some semblance of a deck anyway, at least a legal deck. It was still for the spring kit, so I mean I've come away with a Leela and 4 political operatives, so I have all those cards sorted nice and early. In terms of the actual tournament, I managed to win 1 game outright. I split 1 and I lost 1, so a very mixed day. Would have liked to get the tournament practice in to prepare for Dublin and then regionals. Met some new faces and they were all lovely, one of whom might be going to Bangor for our regionals, so we gotta lock things down. Maybe we all shouldn't show up on the day. Just did get 1 friendly game in at the end as well. Blue Sun did okay, Noise did Noise, and you know, I've seen a new place as well. So unfortunately it's become more of a tourism vlog and a whirlwind tour and sightseeing of Edinburgh, but still have 1 more day here to visit some of the free stuff that's around, some of the parks, hopefully not get eaten by flies. So I'm sure it's not what you were expecting, but I hope you all enjoyed the vlog anyway. Catch you again Friday with the next installment as I prepare for the Dublin tournament this weekend. Thanks guys, bye! Little Easter egg just in case you made it this far. This hotel is a little like something out of Scooby-Doo with doors and corridors leading everywhere. But the weirdest thing is, if I open my door, why is there a chair there?